Okay, let's go see. Hi, everybody. Hi, y'all. Hi, everybody. I'm going to play my little intro because it takes like a minute for YouTube to send out like notifications. So I'm just going to play my little 1-minute video, you guys. Bear with me, okay? I think it's stupid, but you got to do it.
No.
We're back. That was stupid. I hate that shit, but you got to do it.
We're back, bitches.
Hi, everybody. Hi, B Tim. Hey, Niho. Niho's in the chat or in the panel. Hi, Snazzy. Hi, Carrie Lynn. Hi, Grammy. Hi, everybody. I'm just gonna jump right in. Obviously, Niho, Stephanie Joe. I call her Niho. Peachy and Las Vegas Missing and More. Nikki is in. Licky Nikki. These are my buds that I do this with. I just briefly wanted to kind of remind everybody why we're here. I'm kind of emotional today, and I apologize in advance. I'm not usually this way, but you know, over the past 6 months, there's been so much that has gone on with Sebastian's case, and I know a lot of people on YouTube are probably like, "This bitch doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about," blah 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 blah. Well, I created this slideshow. I created the spreadsheet in April. I have been following it since the beginning. It wasn't until April 2nd that I was like, I got to start logging this stuff because things were just getting out of hand as early as April. And this isn't something that I'm just jumping into because, there's a bunch of shit going on. This has been going on for a long time. And we're all here because of Sebastian, right? We're all here because of Sebastian. And I'm sorry.
Take your time.
I feel a certain type of way about it. I don't normally do missing persons cases ever. I had a cousin that went missing, and he was missing for 20 years. And the system failed him. And I'm autistic. I was diagnosed 12 years ago as an adult. And I really felt a certain type of way about that too, right? And when Sebastian went missing in February, on March 8th, Riley Strain went missing. And I felt Riley Strain deserved all the attention he got. But I felt a certain type of way about it because everybody left Sebastian, I felt, right? And I felt really weird about it. Although Riley Strain absolutely deserved all the attention he got, 100%. And I just feel like we keep failing this kid. Right? His mom and dad both want him home. And every day that passes, I feel like that's not going to happen. I mean, look at that. He's just a sweet boy. Like, he's a sweet teenage boy, right? And
True.
all this fuckery that's going on is not helping bring this kid home. None of it.
None.
But maybe if we get like a wide angle view of the fuckery, it can tell a story, right? And I know his mom and dad want him home. I know that. I feel that. I really do. I just don't know that it's going to happen. And he deserves better from all of us. We all, no matter what side of the fence that you're on, no matter if you're on Team Seth or Team Proudfoot, whatever, I think everybody should be Team Sebastian, right? Like
I'm like,
everybody.
I was going to say, sad thing is there shouldn't be Chris or Seth or Katie. There should only be Sebastian. That's it.
Right. Anyway, I just wanted to get that out of my system because it's been weighing on my heart. And he's still out there somewhere, right? He's still out there, and he deserves to come home.
And it just keeps getting crazier every day. I feel like
every day it gets crazier
unbelievable.
And crazier. Right.
This is about a missing child.
Right. And you got, crab trees out there digging in the woods looking for him. And I don't know. I don't know. And you got all this attention on like things like Nick the Hat and Dog, and I haven't seen them do anything. I haven't seen them do
cause more problems.
Cause problems, right? So
publicity stunt shit.
Right. And hi Brenda. Anyway, I'm gonna stop being a pussy ass bitch and get right into it, okay?
Let's do it.
I just want everybody to remember why we're here. It doesn't matter who you're fighting with on the internet. Stop using Sebastian as an excuse to hate people. Because
yes.
I don't think that little boy and that smile would want that. Now, I can probably guarantee that Sebastian would not like me in person. He probably wouldn't like me. But I don't think he would want you guys fighting,
Definitely not.
I think we both are really into Minecraft. He actually might like me.
He would.
Yeah. I play Minecraft every night. Every night. It's like there's something about the building blocks and like everything lining up and and he just wanted friends, right? Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Heinze. Let's highlight that because that's a good point. That's a really good point. So yeah, it just is close to my heart.
Yeah, and Heinze, that comment too, since it's up here. Could you imagine if he came home? I said this the other night, and see all the hate for his parents, all of them, all three of them that he loves. Seth, Chris, Katie. I don't think anybody that's out here running with this fuckery is thinking about that at all.
Yeah. So yeah, I've been cataloging the fuckery since April. You can see there, created April 2nd. I didn't realize, back in February and March that I would still be here in September going through all this stuff, So, with that said, let's get into it. Thanks for letting me have my little speech. It's been weighing on my heart all day today. And it's okay. It's 6-7. You don't have to be sorry.
I'm glad you did.
Listen.
I'm glad you did. We need a little bit of humanity when it
Yes,
feels like
Clue.
you're right.
in a while. So I thank you for that, for being so real.
I'm not an emotional person. I'm not, but it's been weighing on my heart, you know? This sweet fucking little boy. Look at him. Look at how sweet he is. Look at him.
I know.
And I just feel like we keep failing him, and myself included, you guys. I'm not innocent in this, you know? This is a missing kid. This isn't your ego or my ego or a lawyer or who's getting, you know, fucking this is a fucking kid who's missing.
And we're not innocent on some things, yes, but we're not
No.
also up here fucking bashing parents. We're not fighting with people because of
He does, Clue. He does.
this child missing. Like, there's a big difference. In my opinion, there's a big difference. So we might have said some shit or fucking dealt with a little bit of some fuckery here and there and fucking inserted maybe our opinion or whatever, but we ain't over here doing the most like some of these
Not at all.
and that's what I have to say.
Right. Gianna's backstage. If anybody didn't see that.
Oh, Gianna's up here?
She's backstage, yeah.
Oh. Sorry, G. I didn't see you, babe.
Hey.
Hey.
Hi.
So I was on Queen's panel last night and I was talking about the Amber Alert, like kind of like presentation that I had made or whatever the last time I went live about Sebastian, which was a couple months ago. And I had said that, you know, Sebastian's was really unique. His Amber Alert, you know, said something like he was in the area of Stafford Court, and other Amber Alerts, you know, tend to be a little bit more specific in Tennessee. So I just wanted to show that real quick. Okay. So I just want to go through that. So this is Sebastian's initial Amber Alert, and I'm going to zoom in on it here, guys. It says missing since February 26th, right? Well, we know that the last time he was seen was actually the 25th by his mother, right? And it says an Amber Alert has been issued on behalf of the Sumner County Sheriff's Office for Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Sebastian is a 15-year-old white male with, you know, and it goes on. Sebastian was last seen on February 26th in the area of Stafford Court in Hendersonville, Tennessee. So I want you to keep that in mind in an area. Me too, Clue. Let's put that up on the screen. In the area of Stafford Court. Now, I might have misspoke, and I want to correct myself. I had said last night in the panel that I didn't remember other Amber Alerts being kind of vague. Well, I was wrong because Summer Wells, her Amber Alert is kind of vague, but it was reported when when Summer Wells went missing that she was missing from her driveway or her front yard. Is that right? Why am I getting texted right now? Go away. Okay. So
That's correct.
right. So her Amber Alert says an endangered child alert has, well, this is not an Amber Alert. It's the endangered child alert. An endangered child alert has been issued on behalf of Hawkins County Sheriff's Office for Summer Moon, Utah Wells. Summer is a 4-year-old white female. Summer was last seen wearing gray pants, a pink shirt, and possibly barefoot. Hers doesn't say shit about where she was missing from. Let's keep going. A statewide endangered child alert has been issued on behalf of the Sheriff's Office for Jordan German. Jordan was last seen at his residence. This one was a little different because she went with a boyfriend, so I'm just going to kind of skip it, but it's last seen in a silver car. This Amber Alert was last seen, from Oliver Springs, Tennessee. An Amber Alert has been issued by the TBI on behalf of the Oliver Springs Police Department for 6-month-old Lilybet Boyd. Lily Lilibet went missing from a residence. This Amber Alert was for 2, and they were last seen in their residence. See how they're very specific?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
Yeah, they are.
Except for Summer Wells. Summer Wells was not.
Well, see, I'm a little. Did you get that one from like TV Eyes site?
Yes, I did.
All right, maybe it was just stated in a press then, because they did mention like her street name, Ben Hill. So
Yeah, I
I don't
got
know where that
these
was.
months ago though. I cribbed this
Um,
months ago when we first went live about Sebastian. Yeah, months ago. So I just wanted to show what I was talking about in Queen's panel because I went to work today and I was like, I need to go through that again. I think Summer Wells was kind of vague too. And I couldn't remember. So I was like, I'm gonna show this thing because if I'm wrong, I'm gonna tell you I'm wrong. I'm gonna tell you. And I was wrong.
all right.
Yeah, I think I had said Sebastian's was super unique. And I still think his is pretty unique, right? So Marie, I
Yeah.
did read it specifically as written. If you'd like me to read it again, I'm happy to do that. Sebastian was last seen on February 26th in the area of Stafford Court. That's exactly what it says, and that's exactly how I read it. So his is not specific. His is not, if things are what we're being told by TBI, the Sumner County Sheriffs, Katie Proudfoot, he was last seen in his residence on the 25th. Right, Marie. It doesn't say at his residence. It says in the area of Stafford Court.
Yeah, and it also says the 26th, not the 25th when Katie saw him.
Clue, I know. I don't think it was. It when he got upgraded to that Amber Alert, I have it on my spreadsheet. Let me get it. Boop. All right, guys. Let me go to the timeline. Give me a sec here. All right, so I also want to address the trash. Sebastian takes out the trash when we get a second. But let's go. TBI issues an endangered child alert on the 26th at 11:17 a.m., right? Then the next day at 3:25 p.m., so what, 27 hours later or so, they upgraded it to an Amber Alert. Officials said the decision to upgrade the Amber Alert or the alert was based on additional investigative information developed during the search. What information did they find?
Most likely a video canvas.
Was it a video canvas? Was it the dispatch call that we've all listened to and heard? Let me show that real quick, you guys. Let me show the map because I don't think you guys have seen the map I did.
Well, I
Present.
have.
I know you have. I don't like StreamYard. I don't like that I can't have all this shit just open. Like, I don't like this. Is there something else I can use?
Doesn't Clue use something else?
You can run it
Clue
through
uses.
OBS. But
Yeah, I could do. I think Clue uses Streamlabs. I think. I fucking hate it. Okay, so obviously this is the map, right? All these orange spots were child like registered sex offenders in the area. This one I was particularly interested in right here. This one, but I digress. Let me go back. So when we listened to the dispatch call, I marked all the cameras that they queried that day because that's all we really have, right? Like we don't have any follow-ups or, anything like that. We don't have any of that shit. Also, this Google imagery is from April of 2023. So it's old. It's not current. And I know Crabtree has stated that this development is pretty much complete and the ponds have all been moved. But I did mark all the ponds and I have all the cameras that were queried highlighted in this purple bullshit. And then of course we have the view of the camera where we get like the quote unquote flashlight video. And then of course we have the path that Chris Proudfoot described to the narked divers when he didn't. Okay, so Chris Proudfoot, when the narked divers were there in April, narked divers recorded that phone call. And Chris Proudfoot didn't know. And Chris Proudfoot explained the path the dogs took. And that's the spot in red here. All right. And that spot in red goes right into that view of the camera, which is why I find it hard to believe that it's a garbage truck.
I never believed it was a garbage truck.
I don't think it is either.
Clue, that would be great. Let me get you an invite. Let me add, I'll just throw it in chat. Don't none of you motherfuckers come up here.
I was about to say, don't everybody start clicking that shit.
Yeah. Did I do that right? Yeah, I did that right. Clue. But yeah, no, I'd love to hear that. And then we have that possible sighting over on Newman's Trail, which let me get Clue real quick. I just heard her pop in. All right. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, welcome in.
Newman's Trail is over here. This red kind of spot. And Craddock said authorities have received several tips. They're looking into every possible lead, including a potential sighting on Newman's Trail off Long Hollow Pike. And there's a pond right fucking here that has always bothered me. But anyway,
That's where we went. What's in it?
We did go
what?
back in there,
Yeah, that pond, girl, goose skin. I have the goose flesh right now. That pond
Are you serious?
bothered me. I swear.
Really?
And we actually went up there and we were going to ask the guy who owned the property if we could like search around in the water. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Or back there. And we actually met the guy outside and he was telling us, he was like, oh, this has been literally canvas past canvas you wouldn't believe. He was telling us about every, like their fixed wing aircraft. He was like, you can literally be standing there and hold a quarter up or a coin and they can tell you if it's heads or tails and you won't even see the plane.
Oh shit.
Yeah, like he was like, they can actually, he's like, it's a military grade type thing and they can see through buildings into houses. So we didn't go search that area, but he said they were out there for I don't know how long.
Really?
Yeah, like tons of
Crabtree
people.
Crabtree is very interested in this area right here, north of that 5-mile radius. So with Google Earth, you can, I think I actually hid that. Did I hide that? Yeah, I fucking hid it. Ignore me.
I agree with that because I mean, there's like a whole rock quarry out there.
Yeah, I think that's where he's at today, or I think that's where he was going today, was the area just north of the home. What is this? What is that? From the dispatch call, this was fucking weird. You guys remember this? From the dispatch call, someone saw someone matching Sebastian's description with a bag over his head.
Yes.
You guys remember that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yep.
That was wild. and it was right here in this red spot. So I think that's where Crabtree is kind of focusing, is this area here. Fuck, man, I don't
And
know.
is that was that the same boy that the cop was like, I talked to him last night or something?
Something like
Or
that, yeah. I'd have to
yeah.
listen to the dispatcher call again, but it was around 7:30. It was like a half an hour or an hour after they called the sheriff's department, the Proudfoots, about an hour. And that's kind of far, right? That's like terrain to fucking go through.
Oh yeah. Like I know it's so hard to like tell looking at the like satellite, but bro, when you get back there,
Yeah.
I mean, they had all
This
kinds of
is
problems during the
I mean, this
search
is
too.
heavy woods, right? Like
Oh
hills. I
yeah.
mean, I didn't realize that. I didn't realize how hilly it is there.
Yeah, they had like
I watched Crabtree today, and I was like, holy fuck! I had no idea.
mhm.
I thought everything was like flat and shit.
No, like they had ATVs getting their tires busted. They had horses breaking their legs. Like I mean, it's rough.
Yeah, SF Investigates has great maps for like the search areas. I was just reading that. I think he's going Wednesday. Is that right, you guys? He's going to be there Wednesday. SF. Stephen Fisher?
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
I don't
think
know
so.
what's him in his fuckery either. Shit.
Hey,
He's
Bobby,
wild.
Can we talk?
He's a wild man.
He is fucking wild.
Can we talk a little bit about like the statistics of the like kids coming home after like certain amounts of time? Like, I don't know them, but does anybody know like what are we looking at as far as like statistics of timeline? Like
I think
after
it's
a
low.
month, after 6 months, after a year, whatever.
I mean, I don't know the statistics, but I do know that, the FBI, somebody's really moving around. Like there's really bad feedback or something. The statistics, I
It was
don't know
probably
the
my fat
statistics.
ass.
I think
I
it's
was
you,
eating
Nikki, because
pizza. My bad.
you're
My
on your
bad. I'm eating. Leave me alone.
you're on your
I'm
you're
a
on your
big bad.
phone. You're on your phone and it's echoing pretty bad. Do you guys still hear the echo? All right, whatever.
I
Listen,
don't.
I'm not a professional. I'm not a fucking professional, y'all. All right. So I don't know the statistics about missing children. I really don't get involved in missing children's cases because it's just I get too triggered with my cousin and everything. I just ugh. Obviously I was fucking crying the first 20 minutes of this fucking live. But I do know that, that with the FBI releasing that cert, or not the cert, but the reward, $50K, leading to the arrest and conviction and the return of Sebastian, that it's looking fairly criminal at this point.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering, is if like they know something happened, like they know something happened, because it was interesting that they put the reward out, right? Like it's not a cold
Right.
case to them, or it's not that they don't have any leads. They're just it looks like, to me it feels like they have just like one more missing piece that they need to put together their full case against someone, or at all together for him. It just
Well,
feels a little like they're fishing for a little bit more.
am I crazy, or was there not something about like Department of Homeland Security? Something was mentioned
Yes.
on there.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
It was Secret Service. And the Department of Homeland Security, and they usually get involved because of the cyber element to things, to missing children. Especially the Secret Service. They'll get, and I think there's another reason too, and somebody might know in chat. But they typically get involved with the cyber, like if there's been like grooming or luring out by like a predator of some kind. The Secret Service will usually investigate that, or the Department of Homeland Security too.
I believe they were involved in the Cal City, and the parents were responsible. So I don't know.
Well, no, they were only involved in the beginning of Sebastian. I don't believe they're involved now, but in the beginning, they don't know. They don't know what they don't know. So they basically bring all the agencies out, especially with an Amber Alert, an endangered, child like Sebastian. And that's the other thing too. Like, yeah, Sebastian had autism, but that's not everything. Like, he was a normal kid. I get so fucking sick and tired of like, he's disabled. No, he's not. I'm not fucking disabled, dude.
I mean, even his teachers said that you wouldn't even know that he had autism if you met him. You would never know.
Right. Right. And he was just recently diagnosed, right? Like, it's not like it was a problem his whole life where his parents were like, what's wrong with him? We got to get a diagnosis. Da, da, da.
And
It was
that's
recent.
again where I think the parents come in, because I just restarted going over the beginning interviews, and you know me, I'm very blunt and honest. They all made him sound like he was not 15. So
Right.
agree.
Like, well,
we can blame
people,
Yeah.
that on the parents for all the
I
information
agree.
Yeah, it
they've
was
given us.
confusing.
They made it sound
Well-
like he was like they couldn't function. Like they made it sound so horrible, but he was just recently diagnosed. So it's
yeah, but let's
I
give
don't
them
know.
some grace, you guys, because let's give them a little grace, like both sets of parents, because if I had a missing child, I would heighten everything that my child had to get help. You know what I mean? I would be like, my child walks with a limp.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I would be like, he needs help. He cannot survive out here by his own.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
get that,
But-
but it's changed several times with them. So
Well, I'm just saying we should probably give them a little bit of grace. But
I'm
like,
giving them all grace.
people have like a tendency to infantilize people with autism, and I'm telling you right now, it's not the case. Like, and it is a spectrum, and I'm probably very low on the spectrum, right? Like, I'm very high functioning. I just have like emotional regulation issues, and I'm way too trustworthy. I trust everybody fucking immediately. It's the worst. I'm the worst. But I mean, I'm not disabled. I'm very capable, and I'm not an infant, and neither was Sebastian. He was a 15-year-old boy. What do 15-year-old boys do? They think about girls or boys, whatever. They play video games. They want to go hang out with their friends. He was a normal kid in every regard. And we have to remember that.
I think the biggest thing is like the trusting thing, like you said, Body, is if you had to ask, like if you asked me like what would get Landon in the most trouble, would be that he would trust you to be a good person no matter who you were, right? He would listen to you and he would trust you.
Mm-hmm.
That would be the one thing that he doesn't have, that like stranger danger type of mentality with people, where like Sawyer does. He's more standoffish, even though you wouldn't think he would be to people. But Landon is just like, oh, okay, there's a person, I like them. Like, that's it. There's just that. And that's what I think the biggest thing here in this case is. I think that you're right. I think he probably met somebody that didn't have good intention, and Sebastian couldn't see that they didn't have a good intention, or he didn't feel that they didn't have a good intention.
So Seth tells us that Sebastian is on medication, and that he's on risperidone, which is autism-associated irritability. And there was another medication that Seth could not remember the name of. Somebody was asking in the comments what medication he was on. I do have that logged, but again, I only have one of them, and I didn't remember the other, or Seth didn't remember the other one, so I don't know. I tried to get as much information as I could about Sebastian from watching hours and hours and hours of YouTube panels. It's hard. I mean, and that's why I wanted to crowdsource this spreadsheet, because you guys, who can sit here and watch all these videos all day long? I can't. But each of us catch different things, right? Like I might watch Clue one day and catch something. Odin Girl might watch Elevated Truth and catch another. Do you know what I mean? Like, we can do this together, and this is like a community effort, right?
I mean, recently I've been starting to watch some other creators, but normally you already know. I do news that's like a reliable source and what comes from
Well,
law
yeah,
enforcement.
but this spreadsheet is not just the news though. It's
Oh,
the
I
fuckery,
know. I
right?
know that. Oh yeah, because there's way
And
more fuckery than there is anything
right,
else.
right. So let's get right to it. Let's get right. Do you guys know? Like, can we talk about the trash real quick? Because I have it
Sure.
highlighted because it's always been something that's been open to me.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
On the 25th, after they came back from Texas Roadhouse, it's been reported. I'm not sure, Lib, a little bit. Seth couldn't remember, right? Um, I don't know. I'm gonna highlight that though. It was reported that Sebastian took out the trash, and then Seth saw like the camera footage, and like he couldn't tell or something. He couldn't tell if it was Sebastian, but it could have been.
Well,
Do
he said
we?
he had some of his quirks.
Okay, is that what he said?
And then he later changed it to he couldn't tell if it was Sebastian or not, which I mean, same thing,
Okay.
right? You see something that kind of is like the way he would walk or whatever.
Due to like
But
his
didn't
gait.
Chris tell us that he's seen it too, and it was a trash truck?
No, not the trash truck. Sebastian taking out the trash after Texas
Oh,
Roadhouse.
okay,
Right.
gotcha.
On the video. He couldn't distinguish whether it was or wasn't, but he thought it was something
Yeah,
like
yeah. And that neighbor Bobby said that shit too, though, didn't she?
I don't remember. Dude, I couldn't sit through that whole Bobby interview.
Yeah, but who else would it
Um,
be taking out their trash? Like that kind of doesn't make any sense. Like who else
Well,
would it
of
be?
course it was him, according to Katie. She said he took the trash out. That was his chore.
Well, right. I just mean like they're saying they couldn't tell if it was Sebastian or not. It would either have to be Sebastian or Katie. They're the only two people there, right? Or
really
like
quick too,
you know what I mean?
if you guys want to edit this spreadsheet, like you want to contribute, like actually go into it and add stuff. If you go to there's a bunch of tabs down at the bottom. There's people, timeline, search, investigation, facts. I need to get rid of that map link. If you go to the people tab in the title, it says, if you want to get edit access, email me. If I know who you are, like we've talked or whatever, I'll give you guys access to edit it. So you don't have to make a copy and all this other bullshit. But you just got to email me so I can give you permission. I just wanted to get that up there real quick.
I do want to say one thing about that flashlight video.
The flashlight, yes.
We were talking about it one day on the show, and someone had pointed out that all of the trash cans aren't at the lake road.
Right. They're
So
in their backyards or something, like the garbage men like go into their yard.
no, I'm talking about the trash cans for like the houses, right? They're not like out by the street. And if it was actually Sunday night, the trash cans should have been brought out to the road.
right.
So bottom line, we think that it's a possibility that the date and time on that camera footage is not broken, but in fact the real date and time for that footage, because it makes sense that it was 2:23 at 3 o'clock in the morning, since the cans were up next to that house.
Right.
So what Cletus is saying, it was hard to hear him, but what he's saying is that the footage for the flashlight, we'll just call it the flashlight video, is possibly from the 23rd.
That's the
Is that
That's the date on the video.
That is the date.
I'm
So
not
what he's
mistaken.
saying is that it's not an incorrect date, as it's been reported.
Well, I mean, we're
Okay.
saying it could be, right? Because none of the
Yeah,
cans
no, it
were
could
at
be.
the road.
Can you actually see the cans in that video?
I'm confused.
So I
So
think what they're
Nikki, the flashlight video, right? they've been telling us it's a garbage truck, right? And for a long time, it's been reported that the video that, or the system that captured the video, the date was wrong on the video. And the date on the video is February 23rd.
Oh, I thought the time was wrong. Okay.
I think it's both. But we've never got a clear answer. But when they asked, when what's his face, Bears asked Sumner County sheriffs, they just said it's of no evidentiary value and it's a trash truck.
Exactly. Okay. Oh, okay.
My whole thing with that, though, is if it is of no evidentiary value and it is a trash truck, release the video. Let us see.
Right.
Why not release it? And the fact that they won't release it, because what we have is Nick Barris is like filming it with his fucking phone, right? We don't have the actual video. We just have a video of a video, which sucks. So if it's of no evidentiary value, release it. But because they're holding on to it, that tells me something there. Or they don't know if something's there and they don't want to release it in case there's something there. Right? Because sometimes in like investigation, like, again, I don't really deal with missing persons cases, but in murder investigations, which I do deal with, sometimes what the aren't telling you is a lot. Right? Like you have to read what they're not telling you. And in this case, they're not releasing that video. And that means something to me. It could be nothing. It could be absolutely nothing, but it means something to me that they're not releasing it. You know what I hate? I hate that I can't see the comments when I'm in my spreadsheet. I don't like that.
I know I have to keep going back and forth, but let me address some fuckery in the comments. Look, if you don't like who's on the panel, if you don't like who's in this chat, nobody is forcing you to be here. This is Body's channel. Body does what she wants to do on her channel, respectfully. There's plenty of other lives on all these platforms. Go find yourself one.
And I don't know what's going on because I'm not even reading the comments or whatever, but I don't know who somebody's got an issue with, whatever, but anybody is welcome on my panel if they've got something to contribute for Sebastian. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what's going on, but anybody's welcome up here, but I don't want any fighting. Like, I'm really not into taking sides or anything like that. Like, that's just not what I'm about. So please don't, start shit. I'm not like a hate channel or anything like that. Whatever the fuck it's called.
No, but I'll call out the shit. So
yeah, Nikki's the pit bull, not me. Again, I don't care who comes up here, and if anybody's got issues with people or whatever, I got nothing to do with it. Like, this is the problem. This is the fucking problem. Y'all have personal beef. Y'all have personal beef with people, but I don't. And I just want to help in some way contribute something positive for the community to work together to find fucking Sebastian. Now, I don't think we're actually going to find him. I don't think anything we do here is going to find him, but it's going to make us feel like we are. And right now I feel pretty fucking helpless in not finding him. If you got a fucking problem with that, don't watch my fucking channel. I don't know what to tell you.
Yep. And just because other people have problems with people doesn't mean, like she just said, we do. Some of us, like myself, and I'll speak for myself right now, I decide if I like you or not based off what you do to me. Yes, I take what you do to others and the things you say out of your mouth or whatever you do into consideration, and I keep my distance and I watch but I don't just not like you because somebody else does. There's a lot of people on a lot of apps that I could give two shits about. I don't go in other people's chat and say don't bring them up. Like, don't do that.
I'm not even monetized, you guys. Like, I don't make money from this. There's no grift happening. Like, I'm not even in the creator fund on fucking TikTok. Like, I don't make money from this. I don't. So
I'm like,
stop
I
it.
am, and what? I don't give a fuck.
Clue, do you know if law enforcement personally searched houses on the road or just took neighbors' word that he wasn't there?
So I know on the dispatch you can hear them say that one house let them inside the whole house. I know they
Yeah.
were going crawl spaces. But see, the thing is, for me, I would assume that a lot of people in that neighborhood had already left for work.
Hmm.
I would imagine they
Okay.
searched if they let them go in, right? I mean, because
Yeah,
they
I
can't.
mean, if they could, um, if the police, if police were given access, I'm sure they looked, right? Like, yeah. I feel you, Greg. I feel you with Bobby. So do you guys know Pappy?
Yes.
No. Okay. So Pappy said he knows Bobby. And Pappy said she's pretty reliable. She's just a talker. And she runs that she runs that neighborhood Facebook group, so she knows she's all in everybody's business all the time, right? Like that's
Yeah.
just I think that's just who she is, right? Like she's just a nosy neighbor. So do I trust her? Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know her, so it's hard to say. Yeah, Steven's met her too. And everyone says she's like a good person, but she's just kind of like one of those neighbors that is like all up in everybody's business. So is she credible? I don't know. I don't know. All right, so let's get to some of this fuckery. Okay, so Riley Strang went missing 3/8. So I stopped logging everything on April 9th. And that was when Pascal posted, T-Rev and Pascal, they pissed me the fuck off. They both posted videos with clickbait titles. Sebastian Rogers, a body found. And then Pascal, body found during search. I was like, you know what? These motherfuckers. So I stopped logging everything around then. And then I had my show come out and I just got really busy with the mole. I just was doing shit for Netflix and I couldn't keep up with everything. So I want to show you guys a trick, a Google, and I'm sure a lot of you already know how to do this, but I'm going to show you anyway. We're going to go to Google. Okay. Google.com. And then we're going to search Sebastian Rogers. And then I'm going to click, let me zoom in a little bit so you guys can see it better.
Hey,
I'm
Stephen,
going to go
welcome.
Who's there? Who'd you say hi to?
Steven's here.
Oh, hey, Steven. I'm calling your wife. I'm getting you in trouble.
Mhm.
I don't want you out there searching alone anymore, Steven. Anymore. You could fall and like hurt yourself and nobody would know. I don't like it. Wear an air tag or some shit. Okay?
That's smart. Something.
All right. So anyway, so Sebastian Rogers, I'm going to go to tools over here, right? I'm going to click tools. I'm going to go to anytime. I'm going to click custom range and I'm going to look for the date that I want. So I'm going to go, let's look for April 9th to April 9th. Go. And let's see what kind of fuckery we had on April 9th. So this is what I'm doing. Does that make sense, you guys? Like, work
Yes, ma'am. I
smarter,
do
not
the
harder,
same stuff.
right?
Makes sense.
Yeah, and Steven, I saw your fucking video today. You were not wearing bright colors and you were like in the woods, bro. I only
Now,
say that 'cause I
Steven.
figure- He's like, okay, Mom.
You know better. You know better. Get it together.
So
These
on April 9th, these are the things that happened. There was a prayer vigil. Okay. Actually, I think that was probably reported late. This is everything that happened on that day. And we're just looking. We're just looking. I don't really see a whole lot. Do you guys? Let me hide that comment. Yeah. Do you have an you have an iPhone. You better share your location with your wife, girl. And an AirTag. Put it in your wallet just in case somebody kidnaps you and steals your phone. Listen, you're dealing with bitches that have been in true crime for fucking a long time. We know what can happen to people. So you need to listen to us, Steven, okay? Although, Steven, I have to tell you, can I play your video? I want to show people who don't know the terrain.
Oh, I want to watch that because I was trying to watch it earlier and the visual wasn't working. It was being weird.
All right.
I forgot to go back.
It's a really good video.
Dude, my internet is sucking ass lately. Like, what is going on?
Yeah, you keep like while you're talking.
Really? I don't, dude. I gotta
It's
call my cable
stopped now.
company. It's fucking bullshit. All right, let's watch Crabtree.
So you're gonna see this as I'm zooming in right here.
I was like right in the middle of it. So
Just looking
if you
at
watch
the ground again, once
here,
again, just trying to see.
this was like the neighborhood, right, Steven? You were like right above kind of the neighborhood. Do you want to come up, Steven?
I was gonna say that, Stephen. That retention pond is still there.
Oh, is it? Oh, the one
Yeah.
that you said was moved? Okay. I was talking about that earlier.
I think it's just dry, maybe. I don't know if there's anything like water in it, but it is still, it's at like the end of that house.
What up, dude?
What's up? Hey, so at the end of the house, no, it's not there. But the smaller one that we can all see on Google Maps, they plowed it out of the way. But so we found, I was talking to Steve Fisher today, and we were
Going back northwest is just heavy with wood.
Sorry, go ahead.
That scared the crap out of me. I was like, I hear myself. No, so I was talking to Steve Fisher, and so the actual pond. So what's crazy is the one that you're seeing is the one that was legit. I think I got confused, and there's a lot of other people that actually got confused because I put it in I pinned it in my under my video. You'll see where I pinned, hey, this has been corrected. I talked to a construction guy that was there. There was a real tiny one that we can all see at the very top. You do see it on Google Maps, but that was not the
On
one
the
that
top?
was being. Yeah. So
Okay,
it's
wait.
a little.
Is it the one over by Newman's Trail or the one above the pond cluster of 3?
Above the pond cluster 3 to the left.
Okay. To the
And
left?
I
Okay.
did, yeah. So if you look at Google Maps, you can tell that construction's still going on, right? None of the new homes are there. So if you look at the very top left, I think what had happened is a lot of us was going back to details in Herd Pond, and we were looking at that Google map, which is not updated and wasn't updated at that current time either, from what I understand. So those homes are being built so fast though. This thing will be a thing of the past, which is sad, man. And I was looking at the dirt, and I'm looking all around, right? And I talked to Gwen, which is a neighbor over in the neighborhood. She come over there. She's like, "Hey, I saw the drone. I come over here. I thought it was you." I was like, "Yeah." And she's super sweet, and she was explaining everything to me, and then also talking to others, right? I've worked really hard in this area with talking to neighbors, and I'm talking about, I can't tell you how many people's permissions I've got, but I have literally individual like little letters and signs. Just all I did was print out a formal thing saying, "Hey, this is what I'm doing. If you don't want your house on a video, anything like that, I'll be respectful. There won't be ever be any. I covered my butt. So these people said, yeah, just all we ask is if you touch anything, do anything like that, please try to leave everything as is. And if you do have to move something, just put it back." And I was like, okay. And that's on property that like I'm stepping off into the woods with. Most of these people are super nice. I found out today that the way they worded, they thoroughly searched in what's it called when they search kind of swiftly? They were talking in reference of them searching swiftly but thoroughly. And so I think that was another confusion, right? Where it was, we're hearing, oh, it was thoroughly searched, but we didn't understand the terms, if that makes sense. So
It
I learned
does.
a lot about that. And I'm like, well, okay. I was like, well, the biggest thing I was trying to make everybody see out of this video, though, is this is not just some terrain, man. This
No,
is
right.
hardcore. I mean, dude, I hiked probably close to 4.5 miles today, and I'm off in the woods following these valleys. And so I've got Cal Topo. I'm tracked I am tracked, by the way. I do, and funny enough, I do have an air tag. That was one of the ideas that somebody said,
Okay,
hey, man.
good.
And then I also carry a Garmin GPS unit on me, just in case I have no service, and that's also tracked as well. So there
Okay,
is
so
3
Maria
individuals.
says, Stephen, my husband is going to email you and see if you want help on the 25th. That's wonderful, Maria. I love that.
That would be awesome.
That would be.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I would
that'd be great.
absolutely love help.
Stephen, is this the pond that you were talking about? Okay, so here's the pond cluster right here.
Oh, no. So, all right, do me a favor. Is that Google Maps?
Yeah.
Okay, go down to Stafford Court where you can see the house.
Okay.
All right, you see the new construction zone, like right there beside Stafford Court, Stafford Court, the new neighborhood. All right,
Yeah,
yeah,
this
go
one right
to
here.
the construction. Yep, go all the way up. Scroll uppy. Oh, too far up. To the top of the construction zone. Maybe I should say that.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Sorry, guy. No, you're fine. That's my fault. I shouldn't word it. Okay. So if you want to zoom in, you see where that yellow dot is? Where it look? Okay. Do you see right there next to that tree? There is what looks like little trees. So okay, look at the cul-de-sac, the bare
Yep,
cul-de-sac
right
right
here.
now.
Right here.
Yep. Okay. Get to your on the left right there. Yep. Scroll
Oh,
up.
right here.
Yep.
This?
Yep.
Are
Nope.
you
Go
kidding
up.
me?
No, go up. That is water. I was
Where?
mind boggled. Did not know. And because I was like, huh,
Wait,
That's
where?
really
that threw me so far. So
that's weird because that's not the retaining pond that we were told it was.
no. Y'all are correct that the retaining pond is the correct one. The one I'm talking about in the video is that little dude. And I was misled to that one. So I
Oh,
I don't
corrected
even
on the
see it.
video. Yeah,
okay.
nobody does, man. And so, because I got told it butts up to this like cemetery, old cemetery area, and back behind a house. And I'm like, oh, so I'm walking, and now they got that little road back there, and I'm like, shit, yeah, it's gone. And so again, like you learn. The cool part about this is you'll learn stuff as you go. And what I will say about this community, they really want this young man found. And so they are all big advocates for helping to push funding. I mean, everybody that's in that Stafford Court area, most of everybody I've talked to are really just, on board with just getting this young man found. And so
Yeah.
as long as you're not causing problems and stuff, that everybody's super nice. It's just one of those things. But the biggest thing about that video was just showing in general what, the new neighborhood and the construction zone. and just kind of highlighting where the dog's track. So I take my drone and I fly the path that was said to be taken, right? Goes through the, goes out the door, cuts left, goes down beside the house, goes through the ditch, goes across, goes up Kellen. So it is kind of my way of walking it, but with a drone so everybody can see. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yep, I do.
And so I
Steven,
take the path.
did you ever check out this pond? It's up by that Newman's Trail off Long Hollow Pike.
Yes. Yeah, that's the pastor's pond. That's
What'd
the
you call it?
pastor of Long Hollow Baptist Church or something like that.
Yeah, okay.
Or no, not that one. There's another one to your
No.
left too. So yes,
Yeah.
that one has been checked. It's right now that thing's dry as a bone.
Pond 14?
Yep. It was very
Okay.
low. I mean, it's damn near almost depleted. It's sad, man, to see
Okay.
that actually. I will tell you that on this new video that comes out tomorrow, straight back off in the woods, if like say we're gonna say northwest, right, probably smack dab a quarter mile off of Hogan's Branch, whatever you want to call it, you will see another pond. Not the bigger ones that straight north, due north to Hagen's Branch, but actually go left. There's another one. And again, you'll see, I zoom into it. Tomorrow is kind of another video, but it's a real in-depth GoPro, more like firsthand experience of what I'm dealing with, and the shit sucked. I mean, it's, to be honest with y'all, just to go through this stuff, a half a mile, man, and clearing it. And I'm talking about, I start at the top and I literally will like go down it looking, and then I kind of come down like 6 feet, walking it on the side, just coming down through the side. So I tend to bust my butt a lot and slide down a little bit and have to climb back up. But it's very impressive, the topography out here, man. It is strenuous.
Yeah. I didn't realize it until I saw your video. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, here's
this? Off the house. I'm stupid.
There's 41 ponds.
Oh yeah, I've only got 20. I mean, there's more.
There's a total of 41 ponds. Me and Steve Fisher was talking about. There is 41 total ponds just northwest of Sebastian's home within 10 miles.
Are you going to meet up with him when he gets into town?
Yes. Yeah.
Good. I know
he's got his thermal. He gets his thermal MT30 on Friday. I have mine.
I saw that.
So
I saw that.
And I was going over with him. Like, dude, I was like, dude, he uses Alltel. And I was like, dude, I'm telling you, man, this thing's supposed to be a game changer. I was like, it's what he does, man, and his ability to be able to help others. It's something that's going to be super useful tool for him for sure.
Okay, good. And maybe you can learn, and you guys can trade secrets, and learn about.
That's morally what it is, man.
Yeah.
He reached, dude. Let me say this about Steve Fisher. I made a comment on a video or on a live, and he saw it, and he emailed me. And he said, "Hey, man," I said, "I want to just talk to you, heads up, let you know, just straight up. I have no ill feelings to you. You know, he was super nice, man. What the email says doesn't matter, but what I'll tell you is he is a very kind dude, and for him to go out of his way when I'm just a person, man, and what he does.
We all are. We're all just people, right? Two people found that Kentucky shooter today.
Dude,
regular people.
That. I downloaded that video.
Never doubt that one person, two people, whatever, can change something. Like, we are all none of us are special, but together, right? Like we can move mountains, you guys.
Her nose was impressive. I'm gonna say that. I mean, I know it's a very strong smell, but man, and it was neat to watch their way of searching. So because I picked up on some things, and I'm like, okay, Well, I'm not sure. I'm not watching any of their other videos if that's something they do. You know, going out and help searching and stuff. But just watching them, I mean, they're carrying a machete, and you know, like, dude, honestly, 500 times I have thought to myself, dude, that would have been super useful. Something like that, being in the woods, man. And then, of course, what I will say, what's different about here though, is that area is solid rock. It is rock, stone. It is very hard ground, and you're liable to step while going up that hill. And I'm telling you right now, man, it is. When I say treacherous, I can't even say that word. I'm sorry. It was terrible. And so, but I'm not going to let it keep me pushing me down. One of the areas I focused on today.
I know I joke with you and we tease each other and stuff, but I do worry about you out there alone. I'm being for real. And not just for your safety, but listen, not just for your safety. I know, listen, I'm not your mother, but not just for your safety, but for your protection against incriminating.
So this is the first and foremost, I'm not alone.
Okay, good. Okay, good.
That's all I'll say. I'm not alone.
That's all I care about.
Yeah.
That's
I'll just leave it at that. I'm
not
not alone, though.
Listen, with all the fuckery that's going on between both camps of, you know, whatever, I just don't put it past anybody to do something. I just don't.
Yeah, it's crossed my mind. That thought has. I'll be honest with you. But I also generally like to think that hopefully it never comes to anything like that. But we know it's his real world. And I've got a problem with super trusting people. So, yeah.
So do
But
I.
no, I just don't want to believe that somebody could do it.
Well, no, I mean, we'll talk later. We'll talk on the phone.
Yeah,
yeah. I got some shit to tell you. I got some stuff to tell you.
Okay.
We'll talk. I'll call you in the morning.
I'm supposed to be getting a certified letter any day, so we'll.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, it's supposed to. From what I got told,
you'll be in my coffee live in the morning. By the way, not calling Steven. Okay?
Oh yeah, I'll be in your coffee live.
I'm just kidding. You can call him first.
Do you have informed delivery from USPS?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, you should be able to check your informed delivery to see if you have something coming.
Oh wow! So even if it's like a couple days out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow! I didn't. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't. I did not know you could do that.
It should
I know.
email you.
I thought it just shows you what's in your mailbox when it gets dropped off.
No, it should email you.
Yeah, it should email you like when it gets scanned or whatever.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
that's good to know. Thank you.
Yeah. Fucking Steven, who's out there. Listen, Steven's out there every day on his own dime, busting ass for Sebastian.
Yeah.
Whether you like him or not, and I don't know how you can't like the guy. He's one of the nicest people. Every day. Every day, he's out there busting ass.
He really is a sweetheart. Every day.
The good part is I don't hold nobody. I think everybody should have their opinion. So,
well, here's the thing, and I think everybody needs to extend a little bit of grace to everybody, even people you hate. You guys, like, we are all super invested in this child, right? We are.
Let me say. Can I say this?
We are. We're all emotional.
I think one of the things that I said this today on my live is we have a tendency to be, like you just said, emotional, and we tend to think with our emotions. And sometimes I allow my mouth to trigger before I logically think about, hey, is this a good idea? And so I'm impulsive in that nature. That's a lot to do with ADHD, I think. I'm quick, because if I don't say it, I'm liable to be rabbited onto something else. So when I get upset, I naturally just say it. And what I can tell you is, my lawyer said probably the best thing to me. And this was yesterday when we were sitting there. He said, let me ask you something. He said, you got everything out? And I'm like, what do you mean? And he's like, everything you've got to say about those two individuals, do you have it out? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, do you believe them to be factual? I was like, well, you've got everything from screenshots, everything. The reason why I would say what I did. And he said, okay, then. He said, but let me ask you. He said, does it do you any good? And I was like, no. He's like, so if you just stopped right now, what improvements would you see on your life? And I was like, what do you mean? This is talking to Perry. And I was like, I don't know, Mr. Kraft. I'm honestly, it's every time I turn around, I'm getting mentioned. He said, have you ever just said, you know what? I'm not going to say nothing about these two individuals again. And he said, I hate to say this. He said, but if you don't give anybody anything to talk about other than the searches, then if they're going to put you down for that, then, I mean, that kind of would show their colors. You know, not to be mean. He said, dude, you're trying. He said, yeah, you're not a pro at it. He said, but at least you're out there. He said, so if they can put you down over that would probably paint them in a bad way, right? And I'm like, no, I don't know. I was like, I really don't know. I was like, I'm just getting frustrated because I feel like there's bad apples. He said, but are you the one that decides there's bad apples for Sebastian? And I was like, no, you're right. I don't. He's like, so what did you get involved with this for? I said, because my son, and I would want somebody looking for him. He said, okay. He said,
Yep.
he said, in the end game of that, would you want this to happen in your son's stuff? And I was like, no. He's like, okay, then. He's like, shut up. He's like, just do what you want to. He's like, go out there and search. He said, if this is what you want to do and you care about this kid, he said, literally, go search. Do that, man. He said, don't worry about them. He said, if they talk crap, he said, let them talk crap. He said,
Let them.
at the
Yeah,
end of,
let them.
he said, at the end of the day, does it reflect on who you really are and what you're doing out there? I said, no. I said, it's not going to stop me no matter what. And he said, that's my point. He said, you're doing it for the right reasons. He said, now, if you was out there really causing problems and stuff, he said, I think you had already been told, right? And he said, I'm not talking about no person. I'm talking about the sheriff's department. Somebody would have said, hey, man, I need you to stop. He said, you've gotten the permission from Chris and Katie. He said, as long as you're staying out of their hair, stay out of their hair. They don't want you around. Don't go around. I was like, well, no, I didn't plan on that. He's like, then okay, then. Then you continue doing what you're doing, talking about your stuff, talking about what you want to do. And then he said, you've had TikTok prior to all this. He's like, so just do what Steven does best and pretend they never existed. It just, all you worry about is that Sebastian existed and he's here. And that's what you're doing. Not no Tony, not no Seth, not no nobody. Just Sebastian. And I'm like, I mean, dude, he gave me some of the realest shit yesterday, to be honest with you. And I'm like, you know
That's
what?
good. I'm glad. I'm glad.
I was like, so kind of woke up this morning with a different attitude. I was like, I jumped on live and I was like, I'm just going to, and I put it out there that from this point forward, I don't really have anything else to say. There's nothing I should have to say. And even if they do, I won't have a response. I'm searching, come hell or high water. It doesn't matter. That's what I'm going to continue to do. So
That was his lawyer. His lawyer gave him. That was like a pastor almost, like going to see fucking church, right?
yeah,
Like
Perry Craft is an
gangsters
amazing
whisper.
man.
You know what? That's like kind of my saying, like gangsters whisper, right? And like,
Yeah, his
you
name's
know,
Perry Craft.
gangsters
in
whisper.
Nashville.
If you're a gangster, you don't you're not boisterous. You're not, talking shit all the time. You're fucking whispering, right? Move like a gangster, dude. You know?
Yeah, it's true.
That's kind of my like philosophy in life. Gangsters whisper. So like, I don't know. I think that
Yeah.
he gave you some really good advice, and I'm
No,
glad.
he did, man. Perry Craft's been him and Jason Elliott's been. Jason Elliott was my prosecutor, and he's been my attorney now for going on 3 years, and then Perry's been my attorney for 2 years, and then I have another one called Frank Steiner. That is my loaded pistol, just to be honest. So, like, if it gets worse, then I just bring in the third one. So, but never comes to that point. Usually, Jason handles all my personal stuff, and then Perry handles all my business stuff. So.
Clue's like, fuck that. I'm loud as fuck.
Oh yeah, I'm so badass. I actually give you a warning. Okay.
I love Clue though. Her and Cletus. I'm gonna tell you this. Like Clue
I got
may
that
be that way.
shit too, though. I could pop off too at any given fucking moment.
Dude, hey, dude, the
We should
realest
all
person.
off sometimes. So
Clue's old man, Cletus, is probably one of the fucking realest people you'll ever meet, man. Like he's gave me solid ass advice. He's the reason why I switched up how I'm searching, to be honest, because like it made so much sense.
Yeah,
And
you
it would
told me
make,
that. That's so cool.
and hopefully it gets other people like you just seen that. Hey, on the 25th, my husband said, hey, he might be able to be free, and that's what we want, right? Like
Yeah,
morally, people come out and say, hey, man, I've got some free time, and it's like, cool,
yeah.
dude, let's do this.
Let me tell you something. Nobody knows more than me how much difference one or two people can make together.
Yeah.
Seriously. And people say like, "Oh, you're just sitting like me, for instance. I'm just sitting behind a keyboard." Yeah, that's true. That you're absolutely right. But that's what I do.
Yeah, you want
I'm
to?
not.
Here's what's funny.
I am never going to be boots on the ground. But I have a list of people that I
If
put
you
in
can
jail.
catch a killer from your motherfucking couch, girl, rock it.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying. Like, don't let people. What I'm trying to say is, don't let people sway you from your goal. No matter if you're boots on the ground or sitting behind a computer doing this, do it. You're not, if you're not hurting nobody and you think that you might be able to contribute in a positive way, fucking do it, dude.
oh,
Do
yeah.
it.
Hey, before so I've got to run here in a second because it's almost my son's bedtime. So, is there any indirect questions you need answered real quick before I jump?
No, I wanted to know if you searched Pond 14 and you said it's dry. So
So here's the weird part, though. If you go back to
my
the
internet is
bigger,
really bad right now.
it is. It's really bad, actually. If you are back there closer to Tyree Springs and where that major pond is, where it's called like Lake something, that is nobody can get access to that. And that dude he's not the friendliest dude. So, but
Okay.
he's just an older person, man. That's all. So, and it might just be an area, but I'll be honest with you. What Steve said, what others said, man, it's a Northwest thing, man. So,
Yeah. I listen, I watch Clue every day. I watch Clue every day. I watch Queen Bee every day. I even watch Brittany J every day. Like I'm all over the fucking place. And I find different things that I like about different people. You know what I mean? Like
nothing wrong with that.
yeah, like they might both like Clue might see one thing and get something completely different than I would have gotten. Like, oh fuck, I didn't catch that. You know what I mean? I think it's
Yeah.
important to kind of keep an open mind and you know, no, I get it.
We were
Listen, I get it, you guys.
all same purpose.
Yeah, we all have the same purpose. And that's kind of anyway. I think I have to end, you guys. My internet, like I keep disconnecting and shit. I know, Nikki, I'm sorry. I watch everybody. I watch everybody.
Nikki's
I watch Smiley. I watch
Nikki's in here too?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
She's been in here.
I didn't even know that. No, like on the panel?
No, she's in chat.
Oh, my bad. Well, I thank you for letting me come up. I'll be back online in the morning on my live. I try to. It's the only time I know to do it because I don't want to end like this is going to sound super stupid, right? I will never try to impede on anybody else's time. Does that make sense? So like I'm like trying to dodge everybody, and then it was funny because honestly, it was Queen's like, honey, like you ain't gonna be impeding on no shit. it's like they do your thing, man. Start off. She's like, that's how everybody start off. They're little bitty followers, and then she said, eventually, one day you'll look back and you'll be, oh shit. So I just don't know. I thought it was more of a respect thing.
Nope, not today. 62. You said if you're ending your, you saw that Queen was going live on our other channel at 9:30. Is that what? Do you know what time zone that would be in? I don't know where she's at. I don't.
That would be
deep dive into these people's lives and where the fuck
I
they
think
live.
she's
and
an
shit.
hour ahead,
Basically,
ain't she?
no, she's going on in 10 minutes, guys.
Oh, in 10 minutes.
Shit.
Okay. Yeah, I
on the
hate to do
backup.
this because I didn't actually do anything today. I didn't actually log any of the fuckery. So, But I am having problems with my internet, you guys, and I don't want to put out a shitty live. So I think I'm gonna end it, you guys. I hate to do that, but
Your shitty
Wait,
live.
really
I gotta
quick,
fix this shit.
really fast. I
What's up?
have to tell Klumanati, your name. I've said this like off the scenes, like to everybody, but I fucking love it so much, and I would have never come up with it. And it's the best
Clue,
name.
Clue.
that
You don't understand. All Gianna talks about in Discord is fucking your name, dude. She's
I
obsessed,
love
bro.
it so much. I literally, I'm like, every time somebody says it, I'm like, that's such a good fucking name. Every time. Every
It
single
is.
time
It
somebody
really
says
is.
it. It really
And
is
it's
the
good one.
best.
For
The
that.
I
best
appreciate
name.
that.
I just love
So
it. So I
funny.
just wanted to
I'm
tell
like,
you.
shut
Yes,
up.
wear orange.
Yeah, wear orange too.
I am. I promise.
Okay.
That's something.
Thanks, everybody.
So
I'm
first,
sorry. I'm sorry I wasn't able to get to any of the spreadsheet stuff tonight. I just got distracted with maps and talking and bullshitting with everybody and trying to give pep talks. Remember why we're here, you guys. Remember why we're here. Be kind. I mean, be a bitch too. You know, stand up for yourself and stuff. But
Always.
you know, let's
I
just
was
try to
about to
remember why
say,
we're all
stay
here.
bitchy.
Licky Nicky says, "Stay bitchy."
Stay bitchy.
And if you can't stand
Thanks,
up for
everybody.
yourself, call me. I'll stand up for you.
Yes, Gianna.
She's got
Gianna is known to make people cry. For real.
that's
So-
hilarious. Well, y'all,
Sorry, guys.
thank-
I will fix my internet.
Well,
It's
thank
fine.
y'all so much for letting me up. And then the rare orange thing, I do not know why that did not cross my mind. Given I'm always talking about the hunters right now, about how important they are, and like I just keep repeating that because I'm like, hey, if you go out in the woods, please be vigilant and say something. So yeah, no, definitely, I got to change that up. And it's crazy because something small like that could get you messed up. So, but
Well,
I appreciate y'all again. Y'all have a great night.
bye.
You too, everybody. Thank
Bye.
you guys
Good
so
night.
much.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. Thank you. And thanks to Clue
Bye.
and Steven for joining. I really appreciate it.
Good night,
I hope you guys
everybody.
have a good night. Thank you.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.